It's been a long time coming. Like I said last month, I wanted to come here, but it was closed due to a family circumstance. So, I mean, that's acceptable, obviously. So that's why we were at the Wakefield Bowladrome, or Bulger's Bowlarama, like I can talk. Anyway, notice the new sign covering the old faded Collins Bowladrome. Now it's Collins Bowling here in Billerica, Massachusetts. The sign says, if it's readable, yeah, it is, 12:30 to 7, but it doesn't appear to be open yet, even though there's a car right there. But that's okay. Hopefully it is actually opening this time. We're long overdue for shooting the ducks, and it is the changing of the seasons, and a big road construction thing going on over here. So we got this, I wonder what's going on. They're gonna widen the road or something? Anyway, let's stare at this stuff through some graphics as we tell you the highs and lows as of now. Gonna land of the candle pins, 148, done at Putnam Street Lanes in Fitchburg. Low of 44, done at French King Bowling Center. For the longest time, I thought it was Mason's. It was a 48 there. Anyway, yeah, I was wrong. Who knew? Like everyone. Anyway, land of the ducks. 147 done here. I forgot if it was lane 1 or 2. And then the 58 in the other place in North Chelmsford. Happens to be North Chelmsford Lanes. Very short approaches. Moved the camera out of the way, and everything was okay after that. And then the 10 pins. 169, not a point higher. Gardner 10 pins in Gardner. And the 26, that is indeed a real number. And that was from Waymasset Lanes in Tewksbury. And those are the highs and lows as of now. We would be bowling on the usual lane, number 1. And not going to show much, but I'm aiming like this, so, you know, not to get the guy in view, but it's getting a new paint job. I don't know how far. I think up to there for now. Supposedly more things to happen. Not sure, but that's fine. Anyway, something I have shown you before, but now is entirely different. We got these new scorecards. And I'm going to put the Watch Me Suck here. And if things hold up, then do hopefully a live stream there. And of course, we use the house balls because we don't do this enough to get our own. Plus, if we tried to use candlepin balls, because I've heard people did, they're a lot smaller. Candlepins are 4.5. These are 5 1/4, and they weigh about a pound more. Candlepin balls are actually small enough to go into the cups for the duck pins and break the machines. Because people thought, you know, candlepin balls aren't going to hurt anything. They do. And apparently they got doors for something. Be interesting to see the next time we do some duck hunting, but for now, it's time to say those most famous words you've been waiting for, especially here. It's now time to watch me suck at bowling. Game 1, frame 1, ball 1. Now, because you may not remember, there's a reason why I'm leaning. It's because I'm on a platform, and this is where I would be. To be centered in the camera, I would be here. So, I'd rather be here and lean a little bit. Let's see how things go. We haven't done this in a while. Ball 2. Not bad from being away from the sport for a while. Anyway, once again, for those of you who like the pin setters, here's the Sherman setting down a fresh 710. And there you go. Frame 2, ball 1. El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? You might have noticed in the past few episodes, the Sherman sets the pins a little more on spot now. The King Duck remains for 9. Ball 2. Ball 3. Wasn't meant to be. If that were only ball 2. Oh, I hate saying this, but so far we're off to a good start. We know how this usually winds up going. We got the spare in 1. And then we 10 in 2, wishing the second ball actually took out the King Duck. So we're at 29. Frame 3, ball 1. Ball 2. I think that might have been obvious it fell out. Ball 3. I think that was obvious that I just plain suck. Yep, a singleton. We're back to normal. Frame 4, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3, the magic died. We're dealing with the Ford Duckman. Not the Ford Duckman. Spread ducklings. And here comes the great collapse of the 6. Ball that slipped out of my hand at the beginning of frame 3 ruined everything. So, yeah. Then we got a 1 because the other 2 balls just playing because I suck. And then a lousy 6. The great collapse has started. We're at 36. So much for that advantage in the early play. Frame 5, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Eight is great. Frame 6, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. tell you, the bowling balls are just big enough I have a hard time controlling them. Niner. Well, things are actually back to normal. We got an 8 and 5 and a 9 and 6. And we are currently sitting at 53. I'll tell you, that third frame wrecked it. Frame 7, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Is fine. Frame 8, ball 1. Ball 2. Once again, the king duck remains for me. I mean, it's a little better, but remember, in casual league bowling and duck pins, the averages are a little higher. Average skill is 90 to 110, so 80s do not cut it here. Anyway, we got a pair of 9s and 7 and 8, and we are at 71, so yeah. Frame 9, ball 1. I like my candlepin games at the worst to be half 80 and above. Ducks, because for some reason I'm technically worse at it. Roughly, in the case of this month, at least 2 of the games be 90 or higher. Ball 2, not when the balls keep slipping out of the hand. Ball 3. And 9. Last frame, ball 1. We need a clear plate or else we fail. Ball 2. Of course that happened. Gutter ball, game's junk, we failed. We're just doing this for an average. And we fail miserably with nothing. So close, but so far away. There's that lousy third frame. Had a great start, which we know means trouble. But, and again, 2 9s, which would get us at the very bottom if we did at least that every time. We did not make it to 90, we got to 89, so we failed, unfortunately. But like I said, the way my averages work here, if at least 2 of these 5 games are 90 or higher, we did okay. And that's week 1 of 5 for the month of July, 2024's edition of Watch Me Suck at Bowling. Finally, from Collins Bowladrome, Billerica, Mass. This is Georgia 551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.